harassing the police every single day.
Deliver my ruling on the easy ones first. With respect to blocking the access, there is insufficient evidence that Mr. Sheets himself blocked the access. I'm not discounting the testimony of the officer that somebody was blocking the entrance based on the testimony and evidence. I did not find that Mr. Sheets was blocking. I think we've all agreed that, turning to number 9, that unsafe behavior is not an issue. Conduct which intentionally interferes with employees in the performance of their duties or intentionally interferes with the proper use of county facilities, I do not find sufficient evidence of intent. With respect to harassment or harassing behavior, although it's a close one, I think that in order for it to rise to harassment, there has to be a request that you stop and that you then continue. And usually it requires multiple counts. One is if you do something and the person says, please don't do that anymore, that's not harassment. Now, like, this is America, 3 times, 3 strikes, you're out. Now it's risen to the level of harassment, so that I don't find that the behavior was harassing. Now, as to the issue of disruption, what I saw was distasteful, upsetting, rude, uncivil, not the way people should be conducting themselves. It looked as though it was provocative. It looked to me as though it was not designed to get information, but rather to incite. I find that to be very, very troubling. However, this is still America. Uncivil behavior, no matter how much we may not like it, no matter how much we may detest it, no matter how uncivil somebody wants to be, it's not a crime, and it's not something that we prohibit. It's part of the cost of doing business. Now, what is the antidote for that kind of behavior or that kind of speech? It's, as Mr. Jefferson said, it's good speech and it's good behavior. There was a lot of good behavior here. The county attorney was on good behavior. The officer did exactly what he should have done under the situation. He asked them to leave. He asked them to move on. And from what I saw, at least with respect to Mr. Sheets, he did immediately start moving. Now, from what I saw, the officer was de-escalating and he was asking people to move along. If Mr. Sheets had not moved along, if Mr. Sheets had not followed the officers, now, I did have to ask him a couple of times, which shouldn't be necessary, but that's kind of part of the job. It just is. So at least in the case of Mr. Sheets, there was some evidence presented by the officer that there were people who were dissuaded from doing county business, particularly back there at the end. I did see some people who were walking by. They were not here, they did not testify. I really can't guess at their intentions. I just can't. So I don't know what those people were or were not, was in their minds. It was very close that Mr. Sheets and his, he is the only one who's at issue in this hearing, was done with his business. It's not fun being a county official sometimes when you have people who engage in that kind of behavior, but my opinion, it did not rise to the level of being disruptive because he ultimately complied with the police officer. So that's my ruling. I would ask that Mr. Sheets' counsel prepare an order for me to review based on my oral ruling. And with that, this hearing is adjourned.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Copwatch. I am using any video here with under fair use if you have criticism, reporting, teaching, etc. And please donate. I do not make money from YouTube, and there are different ways to donate in the video links. Thanks.